New developments tonight in a disturbed burial case at a historic Cape Girardeau County cemetery. Property owner of the cemetery, Ronald Clark, and the two men he allegedly hired to move graves, Jeremy Spooler and Dale Burke, appeared in court for the first time today. Good afternoon, everyone. This as they face 18 felony counts of disturbing a marked burial site. Blake Showalter attended the court hearing this morning and has more.
I'm outside of the Cape Girardeau County Courthouse where the initial court hearing took place today, where three men face felony charges in connection to disturbed graves at English Cemetery. In this video, you can see the owner of the property where the graves were disturbed, Ronald Clark, making his way out of the courthouse. The men he allegedly hired to dig up the graves, Jeremy Spooler and Dale Burke, also appeared in court today. During the hearing, all three men pleaded not guilty to 18 counts of disturbing a marked burial site. The reading of the charges were also waived, meaning all three confirmed to the judge that they understood what they were being charged with. The court then ordered all three to be fingerprinted. In this video, you can see both Spooler and Clark exit the police station after being fingerprinted. In court today, there was also a strong presence of descendants of Thomas English, a Revolutionary War veteran who had his grave disturbed at English Cemetery. I spoke with Dennis Horman, a descendant of Thomas English, who tells me his family is disgusted and hopes there's a just resolution.
It's feeling good that it's moving on now. I know we've got a long process to go. The big thing was we wanted to make sure there was just a presence of the family in court today so they knew that it did affect people.
Horman tells me their family is also taking this case to civil court in August. But as for the criminal case, Ronald Clark, Jeremy Spooler, and Dale Burke will all reappear in court on June 25th at the Cape Girardeau County Courthouse. In Cape Girardeau County, Blake Showalter, Heartland News.